Saxo came into the construction of this performance very late. The beginning was the proposition of Trevor Davis in 2002 to produce a performance for Kronborg at Elsinore with a Teatrum Mundi ensemble. The Teatrum Mundi ensemble is an ensemble made of performers and musicians from different theatrical traditions. These are the traditions which usually met and collaborated in the ISTA, in the International School of Theatre and Anthropology. And at the end of each session, international session, we used to prepare a performance together which gave the spectators the possibility of seeing how human animals had been inventing different ways of expressing themselves. At the beginning, I was thinking of taking all the stories, all the variants of Hamlet's story since Shakespeare. But mainly there was one aspect which fascinated me, and the presence of the ghost. How to introduce in a performance a reality in which I do not believe, and where I know most of my spectators do not believe. So how to justify all this? I had great problems. At the end, it was too complicated, and then I decided not to follow anymore the Shakespeare story, and to go back to its root, which was Saxo. In Saxo, you find exactly the same events as in Shakespeare. Only the ghost is not there, and ages are different. In Saxo, the events take place in Jutland. It is now the king of Denmark. It's now in Elsinore. We are in a pre-Christian age where honor is very important. So if someone is killing a member of your family, the person of this family has to take vengeance on the person who has been killing. So imagine that Saxo evokes all these characters. So all are ghosts in reality. Just like a shamanistic seance, but a secular one. Even if we know the theater is to do with energies, with the quality of energies which has an impact on the nervous system of the spectator and is able to transform the forms, the shapes, the music, the sounds, the text of the actor in a sensorial impact which becomes also emotional and intellectual reflection for the spectator. So this is the image I started building for myself as a sort of microcosm in which I move. So it's justified. There is a storyteller, the one who in reality invented or gathered or gave us the possibility of keeping alive the story of Hamlet, which already existed before in oral way at the Saxo style. And thanks to this Saxo, to this Dane who writes in incomprehensible language, one of the main heroes of modernity is created. Hamlet, which together with Faustus, Don Juan, and Harlequin are the four I would say, very ambiguous personalities of our baggage in contemporaneity. There are no cultures which are meeting. They are traditions which are meeting, styles, particular styles, or individuals. If you belong as a performer to a classical style, let's say no theater, gambo, classical ballet, so you are arriving to the meeting with your tradition. You cannot change it. Of course, you can change it. Many do it. But then becomes a sort of choice of the individual. It's no longer a culture there. It's an individual identity, and the individual identity is a biographical one. The individual identity is very, very important. So when you have this meeting, if you have the styles, you work within the styles. This is what we do here. So for me, when I work with this ensemble, this is my country, in a way. The performance is a sort of identity, even if each of us believes in different superstitions. One thing we believe all, that what we are doing as a theatrical theater craftsman should be the best. And on the basis of this, we know that our collaboration, which is a fleeting one which is transient, which doesn't last very much, which is very ephemeral, nevertheless represent a moment where diversity can meet, can merge, and create a new quality, a new type of energy, which can be of vital value in the social context in which we are living. The most important pleasure is when I arrive to a phase where there is the structure, and then by repeating, doing rehearsals, running through, then you start changing small details, and then you start discover that the performance it was very stiff before, it was without lifeless, it was mechanical, it was aesthetic in the worst meaning of the word, and then suddenly the performance becomes a tiger. It is transforming into a tiger, ready to attack me. And this is a fantastic pleasure. When attack me, it means that it's ready to do and then hurts me. Because if a performance doesn't hurt you as a director, then what you have been creating is without teeth, teethless.
texto, chama o compromisso.